Hey and welcome to my next review. Here I'm going to review the AirDots Pro. So the AirDots Pro, an Apple competitor, they're a wireless earphone that connects via the Bluetooth of your respective mobile device. I've used them for a couple of months and they are a fantastic product. However, in the end, I returned mine. So I'll explain this more later on. But what you get here in this package is two AirDots, the charging case which can hold charge for I think it's 12 hours. The AirDots themselves can hold charge for around 4 to 5 hours. Now I found 4 hours was more reasonable. I could use them for the morning of work, then at lunchtime I pop them back in the case, come back after an hour and they'll be fully charged again to go for another couple of hours. So battery life is quite fantastic. The audio quality is also very phenomenal. I mean, compared to free earphones from Apple, which in themselves cost around €40, is hugely different. The audio quality of the AirDots is really fantastic. They have this silicone in-ear piece, as well as having active noise cancellation, which is really fantastic technology. They also have an element of the passive noise cancellation due to the way that the earphones sit inside the ear. You can see here you get a number of different silicone fittings so they can fit in any ear shape. In terms of the profile, they are a little bit long, I did notice. You do have a mic at the bottom of the earphones, and also they can be used independently of each other, so you can have, if you leave one of the AirDots inside the case, you can just use the other one, and audio from left and right will just appear in one, whereas you can separate them and have the usual. So they're a very smart product and they're very good. Now the reason why I have some reservations is the fact that 90% of the time they work totally fine, but 10% of the time they would not connect to my phone, no matter what I did, putting them back in the case, taking them out of the case, trying to manually connect via the Bluetooth setting within my own iPhone, and it drove me crazy. Furthermore to that, actually one day in the storm, was riding home on my bike, I had the base station in my backpack, so the two earphones which are water resistant, and that's definitely the case, were totally fine. However, the charging station got a little bit wet and then it was basically unusable, which is why I'm no longer using them. And I think the fact that that box was so sensitive to any moisture is really alarming, and you need to take this box with you everywhere. For me, it's a huge design flaw. Sure, the AirDots are definitely waterproof to an extent because in the same thunderstorm they get saturated and they were totally fine, but then the base station, which was in my bag and just got slightly wet, totally ruined them. And added to that is the 10% of the time where I couldn't get it to connect to my phone. I had some frustrations. Makes me say buy with caution. But I do want to say though, for the price point, the audio quality is phenomenal. The active noise cancellation works really well. I used them on a flight and I could barely hear the engine noise, so they're really good at these very low bassy noises that are eradicating this. In conclusion, they've got active noise cancellation, touch control and excellent audio. The active noise cancellation I'm a big fan of. Touch control, I wish I could skip songs besides just pause and play. And the audio I think is without criticism. It's very good for the price. Furthermore, they're somewhat stable. Like I said, I had 90% connectivity. The battery life is totally fine, especially for what's on the market, and I think price wise they are excellent. So I would say, buy with caution. Just be aware that you might not always be 100% connected, that if you do get the base station wet it will ruin the product, but otherwise they are a very good wireless earphone option with the caveats that I've mentioned. For me, they're not suitable because of the fact that I'm exposed to different elements, but for you they may well be.